Hi, Nick.
Hello.
Hi, Nicholas.
Nick, meet Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Nick, the meeting of the Knicks.
Meeting of the Knicks.
The council of the Knicks.
So you know more Knicks than I do, probably.
Do I?
I don't know. But
Knicks are everywhere.
you met this Nick in Hawaii, right?
Yes, this Nick is we did meet in Hawaii last year. I'm so glad to see you make it back to Worlds, my dude.
Thank you.
All right, so why don't you just do a quick introduction of yourself? So
What do I when you started playing Pokemon, you know, and
What's your name?
What's your name is also very important to all of us here.
Okay, my name is Nick Kee. That's my Chinese name. So I started back Pokemon somewhere around 2020, COVID era. So I got back into collecting, and then I found out like, hey, the game is still alive. So I just started to get back into the game. I bought a couple of cards. Started off with Japanese cards. Okay, I thought Japanese cards were legal. then I thought. But then again, they said no, and after that, I started building proper decks, and here we are today.
Awesome. Well, you see, this guy also missed out a very important detail.
What?
Right? The detail that is for the reason that we are interviewing him.
Oh, what?
This guy is also the second time finalist back to back.
A Master Ball League,
in Malaysia.
Yeah. So that means, boys in our region, you should be the only one we believe that is like back to back finalists lah.
I think so.
I think you know
In
what?
Malaysia, yeah lah. Singapore, yeah lah. Don't tell me Philippines, I don't know. lah.
Philippines also no.
Also no lah.
So, is he the Malaysian Jeremy?
So our fellow Southern Islands member, who's always second place no matter what tournament he play, like he's the one that got Melbourne second place recently. Yeah. So you are probably the Malaysian version of him lah.
Probably. I already got the nickname already. Forever Second.
Oh, then you are him. You are him. Correct.
I already got the nickname.
Oh my gosh.
True, but yes, it's true.
So the main reason why we want to speak to you is that not only are you the only back-to-back finalists for national, like the end year tournament, you also did it not really competing throughout the season at all. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So it's like the whole a town league.
No.
There's
The Great Ball League,
Great
Ultra
Ball
Ball League. Do you play in any?
I walked in for one GBL and I got second.
Okay.
So I got a round 1-5. I got a round 1-5 for UBL. So I went for one UBL after that. And then I didn't get anything, you know lah, elected, non-elected problem. And then I got elected for the last GBL of season 3, which is the last season, and the last UBL of season 3. I went for that lah.
You went a total of 4 events in the entire year.
4. Yes, including Premier Ball. Okay, make that 5.
Okay, so 5 and then Master Ball 6.
Master Ball 6, yeah.
This guy went for 6 events and he made it to Worlds. How many events have you been to?
I think can reach A lah.
Can we say? I've been to what?
I do definitely more than
I
that.
probably
A
went to
lah.
about maybe 12?
Maybe lah.
12, 15?
Maybe. So that is like amazing achievement, I guess, for like even
Round of applause.
Yeah, round of applause for like you are a beacon of inspiration for all players who are just thinking right now, just play NBL lah. Maybe can get Worlds invite leh.
Yeah, this guy.
Hey, not easy, bro. Not easy.
Not that easy, right? So yeah, we will go into that. I know it's not as easy as just joining into a tournament lah.
You know, thinking like now that we speak about this, right? I still remember last year when we were in Hawaii, right? Nick, you told me, I asked you what are your plans for this season. Do you remember what you told me or not?
I think I was gonna take it easy or something.
Yeah, you literally said you were gonna take it easy. Maybe just play Master Ball again. Maybe if you get lucky, you get to go to Worlds again. This is literally what you told me last year, leh.
And wow.
Whoops. It just happened, man. I have no idea. I just played game after game and again, like, I'm here again.
Wow, this guy
too easy.
We need to ask you your training regimen. But before that, mostly I want to ask first is what deck did you play? Which I believe is Roaring Moon, right? And so tell us about this Roaring Moon deck and what is like so different or so great about it.
Okay, I chose the Roaring Moon with the poison package.
Disgusting.
So
There's one
yeah, I was
Yeah.
yeah, it's disgusting definitely. I was trying to go for the disgusting route actually, because at that time everybody was going like Gadi Pau, and then there's gonna be Budew everywhere, and I hate Budew.
Hey.
And I don't want to play the Budew wall. So I went the other route. I went the poison route. So I'm just gonna like one of the things I was thinking of was just to try to get a donk for the easy win. You know what? It's BO1, man, no harm.
True.
It's all a win is a win.
True. I actually, on this note, I want to ask you, how many rounds of NBL do you play?
We played 9 Swiss rounds and top 32 cut.
So top 32, top 16, top 8, top 4, and then finals,
Yeah.
right? So that means
Yeah.
5 top cut rounds of NBL plus 9. So you played a total of 14 rounds, correct? How
Yeah.
many donks do you get?
In Swiss,
Yeah.
I got a grand total of 0.
So this guy outskilled everyone.
Yeah.
He outskilled.
Oh, okay, I did get one donk, and that was because the guy started with one basic, and he top deck and just showed me his hand, dead hand.
Oh.
I only poisoned for 60. I whipped the stadium.
But he just gave
Oh,
it to you.
that was the only donk in Swiss rounds.
I gave
Okay, so you go one dong.
One dong.
And then
One
top
dong.
cut, top cut.
Top cut, my donks, let me count. I got 2 donks.
2 donk. You see, so even when you're playing a donk deck, you just outskill get everyone lah.
Yeah, man, no choice, man. If
Yeah,
I
man.
go out and then, like, if I can't, I'm like, oh no, I have to play this now. I have to play this now. It defeats the purpose of the the poison package and all that, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, fair enough. I want to go a little bit more in depth in terms of why else you chose Poison Moon, because I mean there were so many other different poison packages available, right? You had like Poison Acrolodon, for example. So why Poison Moon specifically?
Okay, I did try Poison Acrolodon. It was one of my options, but it felt a little bit too linear for me. And I did try playing against Pulp. Oh gosh, against a good Pulp player, I got taken back to school, man. So I put it out, and then I tried the Poison package with Moon. Initially it was a little bit awkward. Then after a few more rounds, like, hey, this feels a little bit more like Lost Box.
Really?
Because there is, it's a toolbox. Cause you have the gouge,
Yeah.
you have the pure damage with Calamity,
Yeah.
you have the Petulant for an end game, like what we use for Usa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end game. And then you have the baby patch poison, just the basic poison, and then you also have the no retreat lock.
No retreat lock. For
attack, sorry.
right.
Subjugate.
The baby Petulant, right? Subjugating chains.
Yeah. That's the ability. But yeah, you get it. The baby Petulant attack. 2 energy, 1 damage, no retreat.
And poison also.
How often did that come into play for you? This
Oh,
playing
I
Baby
think
Petulant?
quite often actually.
Oh, interesting.
Quite often.
Very different than what normally we would see Petulant, like one moon players in this region would like use.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting the way that you described it. I mean, I've never thought of comparing Lost Box to Poison Moon.
Yeah.
But now the way that you've kind of described it, it makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
So why weren't you playing it since you like Lost Box so much?
Maybe I should try to play it. Just muck around with it. I do have the deck built actually, so. All right. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
I want to
brings me
ask.
back to good times.
Good times. So
Good times.
you made it all the way to the finals, right? Was there that extra pressure on you? Like, maybe people know you, why this guy's second place last year. Did you have that like added pressure now that people know that you were there the second time?
Malaysia's number 2.
Second night. At the finals table or at the top cut?
As long as you're going up lah.
As I was going up, yeah, I did feel a little bit of pressure, but then at that point, I pretty much know who I'm facing, and I know that these guys are good players. I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna do my best and see how it goes. There's no shame, if you were to lose to all these good names. I know, I respect them as good players.
Correct.
So, yeah.
The finals, right? Can you tell us what happened?
Do you want to know about game 1 or game 2?
The actual game.
Which game, sorry?
Both
Both lah.
In game 1, I pretty much, I think I had a good start, but then the cards didn't come. Like, the cards in my hand was always neither here nor there. Like, I have an Iono, but he has 2 cards in hand. I have like 4 prizes. No, not going to do that. I have Sada, but I have no energy. I have a ball, but I also have no energy. So I just kept on, just poisoning.
Okay lah.
Not really playing the game.
Yeah, but in the end, he managed to set up all his drag clocks, he drew into everything, and
Cannot lah.
I couldn't catch up.
Then
And for game 2, I think you know what happened.
Boop.
I looked at my hand and I'm like, here we go again.
I feel like this happened to you last year as well, right? You managed to play one game and then you got donked the other.
The first game, it was the first game. Game number 1 was the 3 chorus one.
Why you so sway?
Yeah lor.
I have no idea, bro. I table shuffle many times before the match started, because we had time, right? We were waiting for some stuff, and then like shuffle like Pokestop, shuffle. Look where they got me.
That's why you should only table shuffle once, man. You table shuffle too many times. That's the problem.
Listen to the number 1.
No.
Listen to a number 1 player here.
No.
So how did you prepare for this tournament? Like maybe shout out some playtest partners or how did you prepare going up to this MBL?
Routine. My daily routine is a bit tight, so every day I try to sneak in a couple of games after work at the card shop.
Okay.
I meet up with Kaijen sometimes.
Hey, shout out Kaijen.
Yeah, Shaijen.
Mr.
Okay, I think it's really good to play against him also, because he knows his thing, he knows his stuff. You probably learn a little thing or two. Whether you're playing against that deck, or you can watch what he does with that other deck, what it can potentially do, what's the threats, what's the weaknesses. And then I think that's the practice I did. Also maybe probably 2 weeks before, I did pretty hardcore training after work. Go and meet up. We picked up a couple of matchups, serious matchups like those Trigger Pouts, Gadis. Those are really, really tough. Regardless of whatever you're using, it's almost a 50-50 for everything. Unless you go anti-meta lah, which won't be new every game.
That's right.
How many hours per day after work?
Probably on some days 3, on some days 5. So you probably play until late night lah.
How your wife call you not?
I apply license already.
I like how you look that way. Look at her.
I apply license already. She told me that. She's listening to this conversation.
It's over.
I gotta be careful with my words.
I think if I went out to play test for 1 week straight, every night, okay, maybe towards the MBL maybe can but if every tournament sure die but MBL is a special exception MBL.
That's true.
Correct.
For me, I was like, I haven't gone for any GBL, I haven't gone for any UBL, can lah. Good reasoning. Legit. I gave up all the walk-ins and all that lah.
Nick,
it's a bit difficult.
Respect to you, respect to your wife.
Yeah, man. I've been hearing that GBL. I want to queue up the night before and all that kind of nonsense. Very crazy, man, Malaysia.
Cannot, man. I looked at them. I really feel tired looking at them. How do you do this? You queue up for 12 hours and then you go into a GBL or UBL 7-8 games straight.
That's nuts.
How do you not misplay, man? With that amount
so for our Singaporean viewers, the context is that in Malaysia, Great Ball Leagues, Ultra Ball League, I'm not sure, but even Ultra Ball League, when you walk in, there's you have to queue up outside the shop night before, and then after they realized that this was very unhealthy for players, they
finally ballot.
They were you're supposed to put your name in the day before or something like that. But because some people if they cannot get out of work in time, because some they do it, they open the thing in the afternoon, then you don't get So the system is very different here in Singapore We all
ballot everything.
Everything for here is everything ballot. Everything here is Singapore ballot.
Yeah, well, it was thought about but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not in charge. Just that I thought that balloting would be a little bit more healthy.
Yeah.
Just that it brings things a little bit last minute though, I feel.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, I mean, look, that's the system that we've been running in Singapore. It feels a little bit better. It feels a little bit more fair. Yeah, you know, it is a little bit last minute, but I mean, it's something that you can plan around, right?
Yeah.
So you just set aside like 3 hours a day, you know, and if it doesn't happen, then you just go home and rest, right?
Or just be like me, don't attend at all. Lah. All the Knicks have the good idea of not attending.
Yes, yeah, these two Knicks.
Hey, but I'm not playing NBL. Okay, I'm not playing NBL. I'm not playing NBL. Malaysia NBL finished very early, which means that you actually have time to apply visa again. But you already got from last year, so you don't really have to.
For me, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, I settled already lah. But have you, like, for other players, have you heard like any issues applying visa?
Some of them already got their visa.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's very early as well. Yeah.
They started work early, and then for some of them, they are still in progress. Some need a little bit more work to do there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Especially now, it's a little bit more challenging. So.
Yeah, correct.
So fair enough. Well, good luck to them. But do you know what's the ratio of players? Because I know last year it was just you and Kai Jian that managed to make it, right?
Me, Kai Jen, and another guy, Jason.
Okay. So this year, how many Malaysians are going?
How many of us? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think it's pretty big group lah. Most of the juniors are going with their families. Their families are really supportive, which is a good thing to see.
Yep.
It's very good to see. But for masters, I think so far confirmed there are at least 5 of us.
That's a lot of people already. Yeah,
There's
more
more
than
than
last
last
year already. Yeah.
Because we have like 10, right?
Yeah,
10
yeah.
qualified from the standings and 2 from the finalists.
Yep.
At least 5 lah. The others are still working on it.
Okay, so it's not like there's no hope, and luckily you guys, you know, were I think one of the first, the second one. You know, so you guys had enough time to kind of apply for your visas.
Yeah.
And actually, it's interesting enough, you know, because I think this is what you guys were asking for last year, right? Because last year there was duration between your visa application and your MBL or your nationals was so small that majority of you got declined, right?
Yeah.
So huge prop to I think TPC for listening to that. In fact, they put Singapore last.
Yeah,
Right.
because Singaporean,
We don't.
no need apply visa. Right? Apply visa.
Yeah. It makes sense lah. The timing for the MBL makes sense.
Yeah, correct.
Finally, you know.
But so, what have you been doing like from MBL until now? Got nothing.
This guy's slacking lah, confirm.
I've been chilling lah for now, taking a break. I'm still following the meta. I follow, I get feedback from my friends who are still actively playing, and then I follow the deck list. I follow the results. I follow which deck is doing better. How's the cycle going now?
Yeah.
Okay, what's one of the decks that you are eyeing coming up for Worlds?
Groups now.
Hey, darkness type again.
I think Miraido will be pretty good as well with the new Zekrom EX.
He's got
Bro,
keeping an eye on the meta, getting ready for Worlds.
I'm proud of you, man.
Keep an eye lah. At least have to keep an eye.
Fair.
But then Wave 5 is pretty much around the corner.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
right.
because now it's June, then July.
Then that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
Yeah.
black and white's out already.
There are like a number of from I'm seeing money tournaments happening in Malaysia, right?
Money tournaments,
Yeah,
pretty
money
much
lah.
off money.
Got money
A
involved.
bit lah,
Here and there lah.
Mostly products. I think mostly
products.
BRI, Destined Rivals themed. So you get your ETBs or your booster box prizes.
Are there a lot of these kind of tournaments in Malaysia?
If they had it during the GBL and UBL season,
Nah,
probably not. Yeah, probably not much response lah, because people would rather chase the points, right?
Yeah.
But I think if they have it now, the response is pretty good. Cause like now it's off season, right? And then it's a chance for them to go out and test their new decks.
Fair enough. So besides, I mean, okay, so you mentioned that quite a few of the shops have already planned their own events, right? So is the Malaysian community right now, even during the off season, active?
Oh yes, they are. I haven't been attending games as well. Guilty as charged. But yeah, I do follow. Their groups, the shop WhatsApp groups and stuff. I see the standings, the pairings on it. But response is pretty good. Some of them go up to 32.
Oh wow, okay.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm curious.
32.
I'm curious because I think you guys now. Well, actually, what would you estimate your player base size to be at the moment? Because I know Malaysia, your Master Ball League was oversubscribed, right? And you guys still had people that were being turned away. So if you could just give us a number or a rough estimate, what number would that be?
Okay. During Master Ball, I think it was oversubscribed by around 200 slots. That was in March. Yeah, that was in March. And then now, I think it may have grown a little bit more. Let's say around 1,005. And that's not including the players who did not, who are not aware of the scene right now, the Master Ball, the leagues, right? So we have not included those as well. I think it's growing pretty rapidly.
Wow.
200 people turn away at the door for MBL, cannot play MBL.
That's nuts, man. 1,000, that's double what we have.
I mean, the size of Malaysia is also like 2,000 times bigger lah.
I mean, of course, but it's just so heartwarming to see,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in Singapore as well, we've experienced quite unprecedented growth. Our UBLs, we had 2 UBLs back to back last weekend. First UBL capped at 300, second UBL was 253.
Yep.
So we have a very consistent player base. I would say maybe at about 400 players overall. That was up from maybe about 200.
Yeah,
from the year
and our MBL has a 500 plus player cap lah. Also people tak walk in
500 plus only on your side for this year.
Hey, we all like this one size of like Selangor lah. What the heck you expect?
No.
What
No,
the heck
no
this
offense.
guy?
No offense there.
This smaller than Selangor, I think.
Like,
I think it's smaller than Selangor. I think lah.
around there lah.
And
The cap is pretty small lah. I thought they would like give allow more spaces.
don't know lah, but we'll see lah. We'll report on TSI like got like more like a lot of people rejected.
Getting rejected.
Yeah.
Right.
We're curious to know about that also.
No walk-ins, right?
No walk-ins.
Same.
No walk-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
I want to ask, like, is there a like personally for you, is there a difference you getting finalists now and finalists last year? Was like, do you feel any different?
I think not much actually, because I think I actually went to the tournament having no expectations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean like, I haven't been chasing any, those leagues.
Chasing.
This guy. Show off.
Yeah, man.
Show off.
No, legit. It's legit. I time constraints and things like that, right? So, when the opportunity comes, I just go in. I just did a bit of homework, go in and just do my best, and then take it game after game and see where that brings me.
Actually, so that brings me to the next question I have, right? I mean, players dream and talk about what you can do.
Yeah,
right.
correct.
Players are like, oh, I can just walk into an NBL, I can just win and get my Worlds invites, right? But you did it twice, right? Because last year as well, you didn't really play as much. Am I right to say? It was a very similar storyline to this year, and you literally made it happen twice. So what's the difference? Or what would you say is the difference between you and any other Tom, Dick, and Harry there?
I think it's the way I probably read the game. I try to look at it at all angles, as many angles as I can, from your first person point of view, third person point of view, strengths, weaknesses, meta study, as in which deck will you probably bring? Which deck would probably have the least bad matchups?
Okay.
Or the most good matchups, things like that, and which deck also would probably suit my style the best. So like for last year, I went back to Lost Box because I didn't find any of the other decks at that time suitable to my gameplay. So I picked Lost Box, but I tuned it to my liking and to counter the meta as well. For example, I went with double clone. Who puts double clone in Lost Box, right?
Yeah.
And double Usuluna.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Double Usuluna still cracks me up, man.
Yes, I just cut out all the other factors and then I just went for full consistency and did the math for that part. Lost Box, Brian, you know that?
Of course. Rest in peace, Lost Box.
Doing the math, right? You like work with Excel sheets and stuff like that,
No lah, no Excel sheet lah.
I thought you got like some mind map thing going on already, planning your tournament.
I mean, we as lost box players, we have that in our head, just ingrained. We don't need a program.
Oh.
It's just input Gardevoir deck, and the mind map just draws up by itself.
Oh.
Right, Nick, right?
Yeah, so true. Comfy
Okay.
face, yes.
The comfy also agree, Leo.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's wrap up a little bit. Maybe I wanna ask you for advice for players, right? Not just other Malaysian players, even like Singaporean players now, maybe who are watching this thinking, hey, if I can go MBL,
I can do what he does.
yeah,
What
maybe
Nick
I can.
Kee does.
What advice do you have for them?
I think you should do a little bit of homework lah. Besides homework based on meta and also the play testing, like what I mentioned earlier, the strengths and weaknesses of each deck, that is very key because every deck definitely has its strength and it also has its weaknesses. Easy to break, no draw support, can't retreat. You got to learn that for every matchup. And trial and error play testing as well, because every game is a different scenario. We all know that the meta is so diverse right now.
Yeah.
You cannot cannot possibly counter meta for one deck or multiple decks.
Yeah.
You do that and then you break and then that's gone.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we are playing a BO1 format, so we can't really follow what we see on Limitless, what they do in the West. It's really tough. I tried. It's bad. It's really hard.
So if you were to play the Singapore MBL, which is coming up, right? What deck would you recommend someone to pick up? So keep in mind, this is Destined Rivals format.
Destined Rivals format. Okay. For me right now, I am leaning towards Money Screams now. It's
Alright.
very it's very threatening. I like the damage counters. I like the damage planting. Lost box. Back to lost box, baby.
But what about Shaman? Shaman blocks damage from the bench.
Shaman, we have Frostlands for that.
You see, positive mind about this, man. Don't worry about
Brian,
shit.
you trying also right? Brian, you testing also right, Ryan?
See, exposing.
You see?
What do you mean? I'm not playing. I don't have to test.
I'm not wrong, no. He's not playing either.
No, I agree. I think Marty's Grimstone is in a pretty good position. The only issues that I'm personally having with Marty's Grimstone is no draw support. There's no natural draw support.
Yeah.
So the moment you get Iono to 1, Iono to 2, it's kind of just like on thumb, Pray for the best.
Correct.
Yeah.
Please, also, if you can, shout out like some of the guys who like help you along the way, lah.
Yeah, you kept mentioning playtest partners, right? So who are these playtest partners?
Alright, most of the guys, okay, I want to shout out Team Monkey. Team Monkey, the guys I'm with. I want to shout out YCat. He did a lot of research on the current meta. Which decks are hot, what's forming, what's the percentage win rates and stuff like that.
The Cashman.
Yeah, he's the data man. He extracts all this and then, he accesses that. And then we have Tommy. I think he's very worthy. He's a good player. I don't think you've seen his name much. He has been there. I think he was there in Premier Ball. Very good player.
Okay.
Very in-depth. I really enjoy his insights on his matchups as well. And then we have Bobby and Terry from Monkey as well. Let's see, who else? I have to thank my wife.
We're gonna remind you, okay?
I only need time to play test and with my buddies, do my homework. Let's see. Okay lah, ending with Kaijen lah. Kaijen also help a lot with the play testing. He and his very funky cooking ideas. Zorok with Area Zero.
Oh my
Who
gosh.
does that, man?
Yeah. Exactly. Who?
It does give a different angle to the game lah.
Yeah,
Anything else to say? Anything else to add? I've got like one cool end question to ask him.
Like?
No, nothing on my side.
Okay. This is my end final question. Will you be playing Pokemon more seriously next season?
More seriously, I think no lie, I'm going to follow the same routine I did this year.
This guy every year.
Every year, then.
I didn't mention NBL, but I'm just gonna mention the same routine. But if there were more opportunities to play in if I do get elected for GBL and UBL, I would definitely attend. But unfortunately, I really cannot go for the walk-in route. That is just mad, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anyways, thank you so much for your time, Nick. Really, really appreciate it, my dude. Really, once again, congratulations for making it to Worlds yet again. I hope to see you there in 2026.
2026, why not this year?
No,
This year he can win. He may get second place also this year in Worlds. You know. Hey.
Wow.
Hey.
It's true. Well, I hope to see you in San Fran in 2026. And all the best for your preparation of Worlds.
For Anaheim, yeah. Good luck.
Right. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Nicholas, for having me.
Thank you.
See you.
See you. Bye.